Alright, I'm recording audio. I'm recording video. We're both recording video.
Yep.
Alright, that should be it. The music comes in. Chorus, we'll come in with something fat. And then fucking
welcome to the strip club. Let's say, what's up, bitch? She's like, hey, got all the money. What is it? Hey, all the strippers and the honeys. Hey, all the strippers and the honey.
More of that would
track.
rhyme.
It's a club trap, though. It's, I don't know.
$2 bills for Tuesday.
Alright, so we officially come in. Music comes out. Fucking Blunt Raps number 4. Thank you for joining. We got some fucking guests. Of course, fucking Dom, Gerard, Ash. Fucking, we got King Kobe here. And then, what do we... Burgers.
Burgers.
Is that...
Fucking burgers. Classic
Real name
burgers.
Dan, a.k.a. D-Bird, a.k.a. Bergie Bird,
That's
a.k.a.
right.
Iceberg,
That's
and
right.
now Burgers.
Let's get to it. 1, I need a tray to roll up this blunt. That's what we're going to start with. 2, Dom, you need to tell me everything that you talked about while I fucking left.
Do I have to start there?
Alright, just at least a little bit. What did you see? What was the music?
No,
What was
so Ash was asking me about Nicki Minaj and my opinion on her album. So, first off,
Yes.
I'll talk about some stuff I did.
So hold on. When did she drop it? She dropped it.
She dropped it last week.
Yeah, a week.
It was on the 10th.
And what did you think?
I enjoyed it, surprisingly.
Okay, why?
And definitely, because, like, I don't know, definitely what I've heard for the most part, she seems to enjoy Jana, and she seems real jaded lately. But she had, like, I showed Ash and them one song where it's funny, it's like a joke diss song. She takes this, Pussy Dream or whatever, a Biggie song back in the day we talked about wanting to fuck a bunch of R&B singers.
Yeah.
And it's a diss song basically talking about how all current rappers nowadays are whack in bed and shit.
And who wrote that for her?
I know. That's the thing. I genuinely believe Nicki writes her own shit because that's one of her own proud moments. Like she sneak disses Cardi hella on the album. She straight multiple times says, "Oh, I write my own shit. I didn't have to strip to get to this." Like hella throwing shade at Cardi B. Definitely, like throughout the whole album. Yeah. But so she has that. She has a song with Eminem. I really enjoyed it. Eminem had some crazy, really good wordplay that's super underrated. Gotta listen to it at least 2 or 3 times through.
Nice. I want to hear that.
The biggest thing that I disliked is the same thing with her. Is she raps a lot about her pussy and sex.
Isn't that crazy? Like that Anaconda song where she straight up just like, give it up to him because he slang that yay or something. Like literally saying like the only reason I'm fucking him is because he sells cocaine, and I think. But
she had
really
one song
awesome.
with Lil Wayne at least where it was called Rich Sex, and it's basically like don't fuck a dude unless he's rich.
Yeah,
like when he's playing hip hop.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. Yeah, but I don't know. It just hurt. It gets a little excessive.
True that, but it feels weird.
But she had good wordplay. She had good shit. But so, one thing that I've come to think with the theory is, I don't know. I feel like a little bit. So first off, her sales, she did not do as well. So it's originally reported. So first off, Desperation Move. First thing she did. Her thing wasn't doing as well. She added a single that she had out with 6ix9ine. It was 6ix9ine's song.
Not even her song.
It's his song.
She added that to that one.
And it's a hit song.
Yeah, the
Aaron Bullet, right? That's who we're talking about.
Yes. But
so she put that in her.
She added it as a bonus thing after the album wasn't initially doing as well to help boost the numbers because all of those automatically add to it, and that song I think has already gone at least gold.
Yeah.
So that I think is a very desperate like kind of tactic, you know. And then on top of it, and so Travis Scott's been doing the same thing, and so I guess maybe it's not really gimmick anymore, it's just fact of the industry. So a lot of what artists are doing now apparently is if you buy tour tickets, they bundle it, so your ticket will be more expensive, but that's the only way you get the ticket, and it automatically comes with a CD. And that counts towards their CD stuff. So they're doing a lot of fucking little scheme stuff to like boost the numbers. So now her numbers might actually be a little bit above 200,000. But here's the thing: Travis Scott dropped his album a week before hers, and it's still #1, beating hers out in the second week. So it's just like that's kind of a flopper for being as big as she's supposed to be. Well, like I was just.
Do you think she should have waited?
No, here's the thing. She was about to, but her label mate Ariana Grande just dropped her album not 2 days ago, and so she doesn't want to compete with her own label mate. So, and she had already put that out. The album was supposed to drop back in like June with Drake's and all of them. So like, and here's the thing. My theory with all this is I kind of think the mainstream like big on that, they're kind of blackballing her a little bit. I think, and I'm not sure why, but for whatever reason, as far as like not hardcore hip hop, but like main, just not rapper, not just being a singer, they only seem to really allow one female to really occupy that top spot at any given time. I don't know why, that's just how it's always is. And it seems they've anointed Cardi B in that new spot because she can appeal to 2 different languages, because she raps in Spanish and she does all that. At least that's my guess. Maybe there's other reasons
What do you
behind
think
it.
about that music video, the 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj one?
The music video was alright. I don't know. It wasn't anything special. I thought the song was catchy, but it was just a poppy fucking... And I can't remember, there was some very obvious fucking product placement.
Yeah.
Always is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made me upset.
Speaking
Oh, I know it's funny. 6ix9ine had a chain on that he got robbed later that week.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what were you gonna say, Kobe?
yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of rapping Spanish and English, like I think that's super ill just from any artist. Like it's like proving you're a true North American.
And that's the thing. It's how rap's evolving. They want people to be more diverse and like. So I think she has more appeal.
After the sex of that fucking Despacito song or whatever, like that shit was...
Yeah.
Even white girls drinking Starbucks. Despacito.
And especially because really, Nicki, when you think about it, like while she has talent, she didn't really like blow up, except that she was under Drake and Lil Wayne's wings, and those were the biggest artists at the time. And now that that's kind of dispersed, and like Lil Wayne's more or less in the twilight of his career, let's be real, and Drake's doing his own thing, like she's kind of left out on her own.
Yeah, I feel like...
And so I think she seems like she's definitely grasping the try, and I think that's the biggest thing, is like she needs to not care as much about fucking appealing to mainstream whatever, and just focus on her fans and the people who are her group. She does have a big following.
Especially now after fucking she was already a judge on fucking American Idol, or what was it?
Yeah, it was American Idol.
She was a judge for like what, a year or 2 or whatever. Like
I
once
think it was 1 year. She had
I
beef
think
with Mariah Carey also.
Yeah. I think once you become like a judge on a fucking show, like it's you accepting like your fucking music making career is not over, but at least you're like past your prime. So for her to go from being a fucking, when you see her on host on American Idol, like, oh yeah, she did have a good run, and look at her, like she's keeping it going. Then to go from that to go back to like trying to be like the number 1 like bitch again, like it's kind of sad to see. It's like
she did American Idol, and then she had her last album right after.
Oh,
and I feel like for me, I felt like that was the best album.
So she should have left it there. She should have.
Maybe, but like
I feel like she should have figured out.
I haven't even listened to her new shit. We listened to a couple of her songs. I haven't listened to.
I feel like she should have figured some other career path after. I mean, I don't know anything about her fucking life, so this is so dumb to say. Like, I feel like she should have done this, but like, yeah, like just because from the public's view, like that's how you see it. Like once you see Nick Cannon fucking being a host on America's Got Talent, like how are you gonna respect any album?
No, I think she's
out, you know
she should have evolved a little more. Like raps a little less about her pussy and shit, and fucking just try to mature a little, because it's with any artist.
Then how would you accept that? Like, how would people accept that if Nicki Minaj came out with like a fucking intense
real album?
Like,
I would love it. I'd be like, finally,
she had a couple stuff where like she was kind of heartfelt, talking about a lot of her like shows and shit like that, and like I think just talking about that, and she can even go a little bit more that R&B route if she wants to, and have, even though I hate that stuff, that could go well for her. If she wants to go number 1, that's really how she really could have done it. It's just appeal to the females in her fan base, because that's the majority of her fan base. She only had one song of Ariana Grande, super poppy song, but that was the only real marketing one that I see like her, because like that Barbie Dreams one, like kind of, but not really, because like it's her dissing a bunch of people, and then the Eminem one, I guess. But other than that, I don't know how many of those songs on the album are really gonna be like great radio hits or singles.
Word. So what other shit did you listen to this week?
Travis Scott, but that was 2 weeks ago. We're a little behind on podcasting.
That's true. We got some music to talk about too, but what do you think about the Travis Scott?
I enjoyed it. A lot.
What about
it was a good weight. It seems like he's really developed his sound with his fucking melodies and fucking just having the dark fucking beats and all that. I'm excited for the videos.
Oh yeah, well Dom's gonna fucking Oh yeah, you're gonna review our fucking album.
Yes,
for next week's podcast. Yeah.
I'm gonna because I realized I've listened to pretty much all of it just through Jared and all that, but like I've never sat down and listened.
Well, because we thought about it too. I like the way you review albums, so I want you to hear it, and because we chose exactly where songs went. We have interludes and shit, which I know you're a big not fan of, so I definitely want to hear.
Okay, yeah, see if you can make me a believer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, after the Ken Kniff, do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly, yeah, because it's happened to me.
Where he's making fun of ICP and they're sucking Ken Kniff, or Ken Kniff, and he's like, oh yeah, it's just like his face.
It's like, if you have your music turned all the way up and it's on shuffle.
You're on a party like, hey girl, what's your name? How's it going?
It just kills the vibe. So ever since then, I just hate interludes.
I wanted to say Nicki Minaj talking about her pussy, like, I think it's fine.
No, you don't understand. I love me some pussy, but it gets me like she's talking about a sandwich. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm confused. Like
it's more than just the the pussy itself, and that comes with it.
That's a descriptive, colorful term.
Yeah, well, she does. She literally like
is there mayo on the sandwich?
Like at the end of that one song, she's just talking about how she's like, I bend down and I trach it, and then I grab it, and then I hold it, and I just it's like, what the fuck, yo? Just calm down.
Look back at him while he.
It's like she's just giving me the audio to a porno. I just
that's what I was gonna say.
I see what you're talking about. Just like guys might say, like I grab my dick or whatever, but they're not like, and then I cut my balls.
That's what I'm saying. We don't get like that. I don't have to, even like if they're talking about like fucking a bit, like I just
hold on. I'm remembering something. There's like a TV show or something from like the 90s or 2000s or something where like there was a girl who was a rapper, maybe it was a movie or something, but she came out and they were like, alright, let's see what you got, and she came out and like started doing that, and I feel like this is before Nicki Minaj, but she was doing that shit where she was just being like the fucking, I fucking do, and just doing the same type of shit, just being kind of slutty in her raps or whatever, and I remember after like the dude, was this the French Prince, or what was this, like it was something, and the dude came up like, I just feel like you could be so much better like without doing that or whatever, and like told her something heart to heart, and then by the end of the episode or something she comes out and sings and like has a whole new view to her or whatever, and I was like, whoa, like I don't remember where that came from, but I feel like that.
But do you feel like female rappers gotta kind of sell? So
I get it, like, and that's what upsets me is like a lot of them, that's what they believe in. It does, unfortunately, sex does sell. But like,
well, just look at what we're doing. Like, I aggressively go away from what sells. Like, what's selling right now? Like, I'm definitely not doing that. Because like, oh, what do we got right now? Mumble rap? Okay, let's not do exactly that. Like,
I don't mind. I don't mind rapping about sex. I don't mind mumble rap. Like, just do it because that's what you want to do or enjoy, not because you're trying to appeal.
And that's
and I don't know. You can for the most part, I feel you can genuinely tell when that's what someone's passionate or like what they're enjoying or they're having fun. Like I can tell like with Little
I'm sitting on this blunt. I'm so sorry.
That he enjoys making his music. So even though I dislike that music, I know he's having fun just doing shit with his friends, whatever, and he's making money. He's living his best life. So I'm not gonna hate on that. But then you get, I feel like artists that are just like we're just like just trying to craft a hit or whatever. To like sell or like perpetuate something. Like that's why Future's why I don't fuck with Future, because he loves to rap about being a drug addict and do all this stuff, and he's trying to admit that he doesn't do drugs.
Why do you think
all the time if you hear my raps, like I'll say I sell drugs, but then I'll be like, nah, not really though, because like I make it a point because I'm not a drug addict. I might say because it's cool in that wordplay, but like
I can actually rap that song because I did that like
you did. I guess I am a half trap lord at this point.
Luckily, I have a lot to rap about in the form of fucking drugs. I have that whole song fucking about just we could pull from a lot. We have a lot of ridiculous shit. Even me and Tegan, fucking, we've known each other like years. We've known each other fucking years before he was ever in the band or we ever did music together. And we used to do some rough shit, and like now we're in a band together. Like we could actually talk about some of that shit. We fucking.
I don't know, and I don't know. That's always my biggest thing with music is that gotta be authentic.
Yeah, it's gotta be authentic. All right, so we gotta tell you about Pretty Lights. It was Ash's first Pretty Lights show. We went and saw Pretty Lights.
See Pretty Lights,
and my first Red Rock show.
First Pretty Lights show. And for me, it was amazing. I've been following Pretty Lights forever. He's like definitely my top fucking 3 favorite artists that make that type of music. He makes like electro funk, like hip hop beats, but mainly just beats with samples like mixed in. You'd really have to like listen to it for me to, or for you to like realize what the fuck it is. I loved it. I had a great time. It's fucking amazing. Ash, what do you think?
I fucking loved it. It was just different. Like we were talking about it earlier.
I got a ticket for her like way earlier in the year, and I was like, Ash, there's gonna be so many concerts this year, so many festivals, but like you have to go to this one. Like you have to see this one. So she decided not to listen to any BL at all before the show.
Right, except for like the initial couple of songs that are like on Pandora or whatever.
Yeah.
Like pretty much I only knew one song out of the 4 hours of music, So
it was more than that. They did like 2.5 hours each night, pretty much just fucking jamming the whole band. But yeah, what do you think about how did they live up to your expectations?
It most definitely is some fucking pretty lights. Like, the lights were amazing. Like I can't even explain it.
So the lights.
Where were you guys?
We were up high because the shit was sold out. It sold out within 10 seconds of going on sale.
How do you get tickets?
Because I was sitting there.
I was sitting there.
Yeah. So, and then of course there's like, you could get it throughout. If you really wanted a ticket, you could have got one, and everyone sells it for face value. Like people who can't go, they just put it up on the page. Hey, can't make it, like face value ticket. So it was definitely possible if you stayed on it to eventually go. But what were we talking about?
Where we were at. We were in
so it was so fucking packed that like we were pretty much high up, but it didn't matter. The music, you could feel it, hear it. It was awesome. Both nights.
Tickets?
They were like 150 for both, 75 each night.
Okay.
Which was cheap. That was like the initial, and then really no one paid more because everyone like fam, especially when it comes to Pretty Light shows. That's what I love about it. Yeah. Like the whole Bass Nectar crowd and vibe, like they're fucking. That's a whole different story. But as far as Pretty Lights fans, it's just a bunch of people like, hey man, like fucking isn't this awesome? Like just everyone was so happy. The vibe in the parking lot of Red Rocks, it's like a party before the show.
People were so nice. Like that was my whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna be at a concert with almost 10,000 people. This shit's gonna suck. No, like people were just really nice. Everyone was like on the zone. Like,
see, and that's nice.
They want to share everything. That's for damn sure.
On contrast, I remember when me and Jared went to Red Rocks for Mac Miller. It was super annoying that there were just some people you could tell, because it was Halloween, so like there were a lot of people like straight up. There was one that she was super drunk, and while we're walking up, she was talking about how like she didn't even like rap or listen to rap or anything.
Yeah.
But her boyfriend bought it or whatever, and she was just super drunk. And like had to deal with that. And then, like there were artists that were going up to play, and then there were people just being like, fuck these guys, I want the main act to come on. It's like, yo, fucking appreciate that. And like
that's what's cool about his show too is
you really get authentic.
He barely had headliners. The headliners openers. And the openers he had were like in the fam, like they were PL related. So there was none of that. Like people were just like, oh, this is awesome, and then fucking they came on. It was mostly about Pretty Lights. All the people were there were fans. So what I was gonna say about the lights, because that definitely is notable, because it's a whole light show, the whole stage.
Throw it on the rock, or
dude, it's so they do like 1 second there could be shit on the rocks, but like it's so interactive. Like there's one dude who controls all the lights, and he owns his own company. Fucking, I keep talking about companies. I'm all on it. So like, not only is it just like Pretty Lights up there and the band and shit, it's a whole fucking other. It's like multiple companies, but the lighting company is all him, and then he has these visual dudes who control like what's coming out of like a TV monitor, and he has that up on there too, so he could throw that up on the fucking screen if he wants, and that's like other people controlling that. So it's like multiple fucking people, all the rig people, all the lights to set it up, and he's sitting there and like he's playing that shit like an instrument, like with the band. He's like dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, like with it, and all the lights are like ga 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 ga, like with the fucking. He's doing it live. He has a band now. So Pretty Lights is one dude. It's this dude Derek Vincent Smith, and he used to do it solo, and then now he has a whole fucking band, and they are amazing. Like he has one dude. His whole job is scratching. That's all he does. He's up there fucking. Oh, what are we doing now? What are we playing? All right, let me fucking find a good sample. Boom, and he comes in with the scratching.
That sounds like a dope job.
Yeah, he has fucking the drum dude gets down, Alvin Ford Jr. Borum Lee, the keys dude, and he just has like 6 synthesizers and keyboards set up around him, like just fucking switching from all of them. And then the bass dude, and he has a bunch of fucking keyboards around him too, and a fucking bass guitar for whenever that's needed. And then behind that, there's multiple teams that come together to make it possible. It was his 10th anniversary. So everything about it was just so crazy. We met 2 fools, fucking Dennis and Kyle.
Friends, right.
And they've been friends for years on online like gaming and shit, and that was the first time they were meeting face to face.
Oh,
right, which one was from Canada?
Yeah.
Dennis was from Canada, Kyle was from Boston, and yeah, they
both came from
from each of those places.
Canada, yep.
They're best friends like online. They both met up first time they met face to face. We went up to I went up to get a cigarette from them. I was like, "Any of you got a cigarette I could bum?" And they gave me a cigarette to bum. We got to talking, and they were like, "We've never been here before." Like, and we're all the way at the parking lot. It's a whole maze to get up to fucking Red Rocks. They're like, "You guys mind if we roll up in with you and stuff?" And we're like, "Not at all, bro. Like, hell yeah." So from then on, the next 2 days, like, fuck, we met them the next day too. Like, they had a blast.
Yeah, they were super chilled and just awesome too.
You ever take the free shuttle?
So, yeah, from the bottom, Dennis was like, fucking, I'll just get us a cab to the top. And then fucking we were like, right on, Dennis! He did that both days in a row, fucking right straight up to the top.
Well, and then my first day, I got to the top because he was like, just tell them that you're picking up some friends. So, like, I was just, I was in the car by myself, and I was like, I gotta pick up friends in the north or something?
North block, because they won't let you up
Yeah,
there.
they was like,
it's
no, it's blocked. I gotta pick them up, and then I finally got to, like, the last person. He's like, no, ma'am. And I was like, my friends are up there. They're already twisted. Like, I need to get them right now. I don't know where I'm at. They've already directed me this way. Yeah. He's like, all right, ma'am, go ahead and go. And then I just, like, went up there, found some parking, and was like, woo.
I told her, I was like, there's gonna be parking up there.
But the bitch, the bitch was going back to the car, I wish I would have been at the bottom, because that was a bitch. I had to walk up all the stairs at Red Rocks,
Yeah.
Because we were, in row 30 or something like that?
Row 30, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, there's probably like a whole inside part of Red Rocks with like swimming pools and crazy cool shit.
They do have like a whole guest area underneath. There probably is like a shitload more that we don't even know about, but for like, yeah, you can definitely go into like some of the rocks and shit. There's like a whole hall of fucking fame. They have like the placard. Yeah, like when the Beatles the Beatles have played at Red Rocks, so they have like pictures. They have a video going on, a constant running video. You'll see like clips of like the Beatles and whoever, the Stevie Nicks, and like just it's cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the whole show was amazing. It was, and then the music too, like, stays around 97 BPM. He's all about the boom bap fucking hip hop style beats, so that's like the basis of all the songs, just fucking right. And then on top of that, just sampling old school, soulful artists like who's the lady who just died? Aretha Franklin, like that type of fucking, those type of samples, and it's real emotional music. Like people were crying, people were every Pretty Light show I've gone to, people fucking cry. Like it's really good music, like really good. Yeah, maybe I should listen to some.
That's dope.
Yeah, Pretty Lights. So that's what we went and did. I can't think of any other new music.
Dan, did you see anything music-wise?
Yeah, I watched the Eagles documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was really like...
Wait, was it like a VH1 type where they're like, this is where it all went wrong?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like 90% of any music documentary. Yeah. It was just kind of built into the story, but it wasn't VH1 stuff. It actually really like a lot of footage like from back in the day, like really high quality. And it just talks about their rise and how they basically like, they just created their own distributor. They created their own, like marketing, and like they did everything themselves. And, yeah. So it's like really, it really gets to like the business aspect of it.
That's what
like who stabbed them in the back and shit. Like, it was really, really cool.
That's what I've been on lately, is the business side of stuff like that. I saw a documentary about Bob Weir from Grateful Dead.
I think I saw that one.
And like
really
I'm not a fan of the Grateful Dead just because I haven't listened to most of their shit, and like I tend to stay away from that type of music. It's more like jam bandy, And I mean, I would totally get into it if I like took some time. I bet. But for some reason, I watched the documentary.
By time you mean acid, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I've seen like the movie like Trippin'. I've definitely seen a bunch of those movies. I saw like the Who movie Trippin', the Pink Floyd.
Like who? Pink Floyd.
Yeah, and they both have those trippy ass
also,
movies.
right?
The Beatles movie, but
Notable.
no, what was I saying? What were we talking about?
Dr. Seuss.
Grateful Dead. Sorry,
Yeah, so for some reason I was watching the Bob Weir documentary, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was. Like, I only know, if you asked me before that, I would be like, yeah, Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead, right? So somehow got on this, and then just couldn't stop watching it. It was amazing. Like, they were all a little bit older than him. They fucking picked him out. He was like the young one. I think he started when he was like 15 or something ridiculous, like in the band. Started rolling around with them and shit. And then it just got crazier and crazier. Like, Bob Weir just had like a fucking whole group of women like around the country that he was like, you know, kind of hooking up with and shit. Because he's, you know, he was the youngest one. He was like the cute one, and he just got all the women, and the other dudes just kind of sat back and like, you know, rode on his coattails as far as that went. And like the whole thing was so interesting. And I guess he had this one girlfriend that was like,
That's pretty smart.
I think that's what she said.
I guess he had this one girlfriend. She was like, I guess the way she said it is he kept turning her down because she was too young. She was 15 at the time. Just kept blowing her off and shit until she was like 19. Don't believe it at all. I think, you know, totally fucking, he's like 25 or something or whatever. And then the whole end of the documentary is he finally, at least to me, and I was high as shit, so maybe this is like all I picked out of it, but at the end of the documentary, like, you know, he chose one of like the groupies to marry and like have kids with, and then they show her in it, and she's ridiculously fine. So I was like just reading into it way too much. Like, what an amazing life. Like, he just fucking fucked all these chicks for like a decade, and then after a decade was like, all right, I'm ready, like, you. Definitely you. And the documentary was way more like fucking in depth about the music and the life and whatever, but that's all I picked out of it. Like,
That was a pretty large segment. Though. Like, they got really into that. Yeah,
I feel like it was. Then I was just sitting there like, that's so crazy. Like, I didn't. Yeah, just their whole story. I love hearing shit like that. Any other music we've heard recently? We're going to see
Unpopular.
Uh-huh.
Unpopular, probably the only fan here of it, but I listened to Young Thug's collection thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a compilation of like.
Why is it unpopular?
Because I assume most people don't like Young Thug.
Why? Wait. Who did he diss rap with?
Well,
Young
him and
Thug.
Lil Wayne had some stuff.
But
pop
recently, was it Drake? Right? Was that Drake?
No, I don't think he
Who
had
did
anything.
Adidon?
No, this
No,
is
you're
Adidon.
Pusha T. and
Pusha
Drake.
T.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
beef, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I got them mixed up.
Yeah, no. But, no, Young Thug, he has just because he basically took Lil Wayne's spot, like, in Birdman and, like, Young Money, all that. Took, like, and he really, and here's the thing, for a long time I hated on it, but I learned to appreciate listening to this album, for better or for worse, whether you like it or not. Young Thug has, without a doubt, influenced a lot of the current generation rap. Like, just with the playing, like, with melodies more along with the rapping and like, I'm not saying that wasn't happening before, but not like as focused, because that's the thing I've noticed a lot more with rap that I think a lot of people don't understand and why they seem to hate on it, because yeah, the words and wordplay and you can't understand what they're saying, whatever, but that's not the point. The point is more of like the melody and like and for better for worse, because some people prefer words more, whatever. I personally definitely prefer words more, but I appreciate what they do, and I feel like there's a good medium that needs to be found, and that'll be the next generation, where we're gonna get really lyrical rappers that are also able to do fucking really dope melodies and doing stuff. So, anyways, I really noticed with this album that Young Thug, like, you can't deny that, like, NBA Youngboy, Kodak Black, any of the littles that are current and all that, like, he definitely had sway in, like, them, or at least having them have the courage to, like, go forth with that.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, because I heard fucking documentary after that Tekashi 6ix9ine song and Nicki Minaj song was released, where he's sitting there, like, on some radio station or something, And like literally, and it just, I don't even know why I was watching it, but he's just like, man, that song, like, I don't even say nothing, like, like, that shit wasn't even, like, and then he like repeats some of the lines from the beginning, and he's like, what did that even mean, like, that shit, I just say, bro, and that shit number one, and that shit, like, infuriates me, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I watch it, I'm just like, that's so whack, like, fucking whack, right? So what you're saying is, like, Young Thug?
Yeah.
So Young Thug, like, I think what infuriates a lot of people is like, because there are those rappers like, there's another one, Little Uzi Vert, or maybe, or like one of the Littles, who've said something similar where they're just like, man, it don't matter. Like, I'll make a whole song and just say what, you know, like, and it'll go number one. Like, so I think that's that's what infuriates a lot of people is because they think, or that's what some people do is they're just like, oh, watch us like get away and like get a bunch of money. So you're saying there's like a median that needs to be found, and that's where fucking Young Thug, he's like, no, that's all right. I get, you know, that. Let's make it good. Like, let's make it melodic. Like, okay, let's accept the fact you can't understand the words. Cool. Like, let's make it.
Or like, do you remember that Tierra Whack song, Mumbo Jumbo?
Yeah.
That's on the right path.
That was
super dope. And half of that you can't understand what she's saying.
Yeah.
But it, like, granted, it only worked in the context of the music video and like what was going on.
Right.
But I think like that's where we can get to with it. Like,
and it sounded good. Like, that's something you can hear and fucking. And that's like going back to fucking Kendrick Lamar making that Triple X song, where it's like, it's that type of style music that I would never listen to, but like behind, it's like Kendrick Lamar doing it. It's like you could get behind it. So if it's like
pushing the boundaries, and that's
so it's like Young Thug, like he's fucking.
I don't know. At least for me personally, I find like I'm way more open to checking out another genre artist if there's a rapper on it.
Yeah.
Just because like the rappers don't like. For example, I hate country, but when Nelly did that fucking song. With Keith
over and over again.
I
hate that song.
I gave it a chance.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I'm saying I would have never given that dude a chance ever.
If it wasn't for Nelly.
Exactly. Okay. And Nelly's not even like a rapper.
Yeah.
But at the time he was kind of rap. But and so like I don't know. That's the cool thing about hip hop. I feel like is fans have a lot of faith in artists to like.
What do you think about
new shit?
What do you think about Run the Jewels?
I love Run the Jewels.
Really? Okay, no, I mean, I don't, I've never sat and like, I'm waiting, I really want to get into him.
Definitely.
Well, because I didn't know it was...
This guy, him and fucking Q went to fucking a concert with them.
Oh, for real?
Okay, I've seen him a couple times live, but also... I think Run the Jewels 2 is really what made me a fan. Like, I just listened to it since it came out, I pretty much listened to it every night for like months. Like,
fuck, I gotta get it. So, who's the rapper is Mike... What's his name? Killer Mike from... What did he use?
He was an Outkast.
Outkast, okay.
Just sort of a featured member.
He's like a lot of motherfuckers' like favorite rapper. Like, I've heard that.
So, what I love about him is he has high energy, but he raps about something like... I don't know, I really love one of his music videos because he talks about how there's a lot of rappers who like rap to, you know, try to be drug dealers, whatever, and how like he started rapping so he could not drug deal and all that. So like he'll talk about hard stuff too and all that, but like he still talks about all like real shit, and he's not like
I gotta get on it.
He's just the best. Like anytime like you go into like I remember the dopest candy shop that I ever went to, better than Sugar Man, Canton Scrumptious. You remember? No, so it was a candy store fucking that had ice cream, handmade ice cream in our Old Town Arvada. And they always have dope hip hop playing there. And I went in there one day and they had fucking just Killer Mike just fucking going crazy on the mic, fucking just like I'm just like, yeah, I'm getting some candy. Yes, I'll take a thing of chocolate.
Damn, this is a whole fucking world. Like I've had it like up on a shelf.
And then do you know who LP is, right?
No, yeah. So that's how I mainly.
And he raps a little, not often, but he also sometimes.
And I've been knowing LP since like Cage shit. Do you know?
Oh, Cage, yeah. I don't listen to a lot.
Dude, Cage is fucking familiar. Yeah. Cage is an artiste, whether you like his shit or not. Like he's a fucking true artist. I saw his ass live. And he's a weirdo. Like, he's definitely self-destructive. Like, it was crazy to see him. He was yelling at his DJ. He was like, stop doing fucking gimmicks. Just play the fucking song. And everyone in the crowd was like, whoa. Like, he was like, you could tell, like, his the way he is like what keeps him from, like, getting bigger. But, like, that's what I feel like makes him a true fucking artist. Because he's, like, he's just in his own type of world. Like,
Yeah,
that's how.
ignorant, like,
Like, I don't
just
consider
like-
myself a fucking true artist because I'm so like I can like I'm a multitasker. This that like a true artist to me is someone who like doesn't have fucking boundaries. Who like wouldn't even be here because you know what I mean. Like this isn't part of the. They'd be
working on their shit.
Yeah, they're naked working on their shit or something. Like that's like the true art. And I only
That
meet.
also kind of goes back to that artist creative talk that we had before.
Yeah,
too.
the difference between a creative and an
This is
artist.
more creative.
That is, yeah, we were
See,
talking about
exactly
that because
what I'm
I was like,
I'm saying.
I feel like, an artist is just like focuses on one thing or like one
Yeah,
thing
they
at a
love it
time
a lot,
constantly,
but
and a
every
creative
single
is
thing.
able to step back and be like, all right, we did this. Now what are we gonna do with it? All right, let's do this. Like let's like
Touch
kind of
something else, try it, take a break from it for a while.
But yeah, that's crazy. I feel like so Cage, LP. And LP, fucking, I've heard him regarded as people's favorite producer, like number one
El
producer.
Producto, you know, he's like a bona fide producer. He produces for film scores and also like other artists, and there's like whole albums produced by him that he's not rapping on. So,
dude,
I remember
that's crazy.
I discovered Das Racist because of LP.
Yeah.
Das Racist also dope. Not what you would think by the name.
That's racist. No, so fucking LP, he's been doing it for so long, and my homie Marcus is he knows a lot more about it than I did. So what he told me is he was like, Killer Mike and LP are finally like getting their fucking due with Run the Jewels.
I would debate they are probably in my top 3 like duos. Like
now here's
Prime might give them a run for their money.
Rad. I have to listen to them.
You haven't even listened to Prime?
No.
What?
What do you mean? Wait. What's wait?
You don't even know who Prime is?
That was definitely
You
bumping
need
that
to
in
get the
house.
fucking
You need
Royce
to get out.
Where's the 5 now with DJ Premier?
I know Royce the 5'9"
and DJ
I know
Premier.
DJ Premier.
Yeah, they fucking
together.
get shit together, and it's crazy.
Oh, okay, and it's
Yeah.
called Prime.
Prime, yeah, that's the duo.
Check that shit out.
So Prime, those like are my
Those
top
like Ryan,
2.
but-
I really don't know what other duo I can really even put up to compete.
Run the Jewels is playing
Run the
Pepsi Center.
I hate the Pepsi
I
Center.
know, isn't that
Ring
wax?
the
I think
show.
so. Why? Okay, so what do we have to
It's
fucking?
gonna be a lit show, but
Is it? Wait, hold
mean-
on. How?
they have a great
did
stage
you know
presence,
you can't even
and they
buy?
do
Did you know you can't even buy a ticket to the Pepsi Center? They're only given out through corporations, through people who get like fucking mass tickets, and that's a complete lie. But that's the only time I've ever heard of people having tickets to fucking Pepsi Center shows. They're like, oh, my dad got like 8 tickets from his corporation. I'm gonna take a bunch of. You know what I mean? Like that's I've never heard of someone
I don't know, just
buying
in
a
general,
fucking ticket.
when there's assigned
a lot of energy,
seating,
though.
I fucking hate concerts like that.
It's dumb. You have to sit in the chair you're with. Like it's like a
you
form.
can
It's
stand.
way.
Yeah,
It's so
way
weird.
more cramped. Like this point where like I don't
so
even like
dumb.
have the energy to dance. There's no room to even dance. I
Like
just
Red
fucking-
Rocks has assigned seats. Like you'll see it on your ticket too if you look close. But when you get in there, there are no assigned seats. Like no one. It's just like flowy, and I love that. Especially like theaters. You know, like you can fucking be in the middle.
No, that's why I'm excited for Mac Miller at the Fillmore because I love the Fillmore.
See, like, oh yeah, I love when artists play. Like, I want to see artists at the Fillmore. I want to see artists. I don't want to see fucking. I don't want to see them at the.
But here's the issue.
That's
Is it really that bad though? I seen Nicki Minaj at the Pepsi Center, and I felt like, yeah,
But you
I
just
did.
sit up in the
But yo,
fucking.
see,
I saw Bette Midler at the Pepsi Center too.
That's why, to be honest, that's why we don't get a lot of huge names playing
I think it's more of a
Colorado
self-fulfilling.
because we don't,
For me.
unless it's at Red Rocks. The Pepsi Center's our biggest venue, and it's a shitty venue. Everyone knows that. I was surprised that we got Drake,
But even
and then that show
if-
got canceled.
But
Oh,
Decadence, like Decadence, they do that at the convention center. The convention center does venue, they hold shows and shit, and that's way better just for the simple fact that it's all one level floor, so you can like maneuver around the crowd. You could go up into the front if you feel too packed. You can move out back. Like it's a whole vibe. You could get fucked up like with your homies in there. Like I just feel like when you're in a fucking arena, like sitting up in chairs like this.
Dude, it's
you're
a
like-
hazard. I don't even want to
you're
get
like-
fucked up because my friends
Yeah.
are fucking
Yeah.
tripping down.
Yeah, it's like I just feel so uncomfortable. Like at the First Bacon Center too, I always have to get the floor, floor access because I like to fucking move around and shit. And then I look at all the people who are sitting up in the benches, and they're getting hella lit. Like when you go to a First Bank Center show, like they have
Never
like,
been to First Bank.
Well, they'll have shows there, and motherfuckers, like, they have raves there and shit, rave-type shows and shit, like EDM shows, and people are taking Molly, acid, fucking all sorts of drugs, and they're sitting up in fucking chairs, like, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
So that alone would make me not go to that Run the Jewels show, just because, literally, it doesn't matter the artist. If it's at the Pepsi Center, unless I'm getting the tickets for free or heavy discounted.
That's why I was joking. Just said that fucking. I think that's the only way that you get a ticket to the Pepsi Center is you have to know someone who works at like some corporation.
The only time I've gone to a concert was a U2 concert.
Really?
My ex's boyfriend's birthday.
Hold up.
Whatever.
Wait a minute. Did that sentence come out of your mouth wrong?
Right. Like my ex's
Run it back.
My ex's
Run it back, Dad.
brother's girlfriend. Sorry, I got really confused. Yeah.
My ex's boyfriend.
No, my ex's older brother, for his girlfriend or something. Someone was celebrating something. They had extra tickets, and we got to go. And I don't know. I was not a fan of U2. I'm alright with them. I hate Bono as a person. I don't know why. I do.
Most people do.
It's just his vibe.
It's just fucking sunglasses.
No, and he had this whole thing rant going about helping like AIDS in Africa, which is cool and all, but like he just went on and on about it. And I was like, I didn't pay, but we paid fucking over $100 to see you perform. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, that's why a lot of people that's why Bass Nectar is losing a lot of fans. I don't know if any of you listen to Bass Nectar at all. I don't.
I used to back when I was doing a lot of ecstasy.
Yeah, well, so I used to a little, but like I'm still kind of in that scene because like Pretty Lights is as scene famous and kind of in the same.
Pretty Lights I could straight up see sober.
But they're so what I'm saying is they're fucking both kind of in the same category of scene famous. They'll play headline festivals.
Yeah.
See, they're not doing Pepsi Center, but they'll fucking headline festivals and shit. Like they're right up there.
You guys see Pretty Lights doing, if not Red Rocks, like fucking up in the mountain, like Aspens and shit. Like
yeah, Telluride and shit. And then, but any other ones like fucking, they'll do the what's the one in the woods? The Electric Forest, you know, so the big festivals and shit. So they're like comparable in that sense. But like, so Bass Nectar, they kind of started diverging. They used to play shows together and they were massive. They were called the Bass Lights and shit, and they were massive. It was nice.
Dope.
And then they haven't done it for a while. They started diverging and fucking.
I think it'll never happen again.
Yeah, so Bass Nectar's shows, I've seen videos, and like this is why he's losing a lot of fans. Like right in the middle of one of his shows, and you gotta think like people are fucking tripping there. They're rolling like. At Pretty Lights, like people were crying, like it was emotional. They were like, "Yes, this is awesome." And then Bass Nectar is more bassy. In the middle of one of his shows, like he stops. He's all political now. This is a whole new thing, and fucking that he's been doing for a couple years, and just blasts like a fucking picture of Donald Trump up on the huge screen, like fucking in front of thousands of people with a big circle and a cross through it. And I have no political opinion. Like I could care less about politics in any way, shape, or form. But just to be at a show, like to spend that money, to like take some drugs, to like try to, you know, at Pretty Lights people were crying, it was emotional, and then maybe people like Bass Nectar that much, and then all of a sudden in the middle, all of a sudden you're looking at fucking Donald Trump's face, and then you know Lauren's on there, and he's like, fucking, we gotta hate, we gotta fight, you know, hate speech, and you're just like, fuck, like this is whack as fuck.
We really have to, as a team, reduce how much we see Donald Trump's face.
Yeah, I know. My thing is like I could care less about any of it, but just to have it like blasted in your face. So that's what I've been hearing a lot. I don't follow him at all, but because I'm so into Pretty Lights, like
that
I just,
alone would
it pops up a bunch.
That, just cause, like,
isn't that so whack? Yeah, just like.
And I'm not saying like you can't like. I'm never gonna tell someone not to be political, but like. That is completely different because there is a lot of people on drugs and you're just trying to fucking enjoy your time. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you want to, he could do special rallies or whatever. His purpose shows meant towards that.
But like, so at the Pretty Lights show, fucking literally both days, all those hours, he said a handful of words, and they were all like positive, inspiring type thing. He was just like fucking like barely said any words. Just every once in a while, like fucking would say something awesome, like fucking awesome. That was like trying to connect everyone, not fucking worrying about human politics. Like that's how I see politics, because I've taken LSD a shitload. So like I've been gone, like I've been away. You know what I mean? And when I come back and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like politics and shit. Like all right, have fun with that. Like I'm gonna go like live life and like do what I want to do. Like it's really check this out. The other day, fucking I got a knock on my door. And I went to open it, and it was this older lady, and she was like saying something about the fucking upcoming election, and like handing me some pamphlets for it and stuff. And I was like super nice, already high, morning high, and just being super nice. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you, like no problem. And then that's when she started her pitch, like after she gave me the stuff, and she was like, so are you undecided? Like, are you, this, that, and the other?
Damn.
And I just looked at her, and I was like, oh, actually, I don't think I'll be participating, at all. And she was like, gave me the strangest look. And like I tried to hand her the stuff back. I was like, sorry, like you're pretty much wasting your time. And she like got so offended, and she was like, well, fucking, like, and she couldn't say anything. She was just like, all right, fine. Like I left, and I was trying to be polite. I was like, oh, I don't participate. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like,
she knocks on your door.
No.
Once they get pushy, it's like, no.
Yeah, and I was just trying to be polite. Like after I should, after I said I do not participate or whatever, she should have just been like, oh, okay, like understandable. But she just gave me that look like, oh, you're your generation, like, oh,
right, trying to make you feel bad or something.
And then she said something else, and like before I was shutting the door, I was like, sorry, I don't care. Sorry, sorry, but I don't care.
Next time you just have to be like, I don't believe in democracy, I'm sorry.
This is the way I always break it down, and fucking, I hate even talking about politics even a little, but like fucking. And just because I've thought about it so much with like having a bunch of Mexican family and the whole border crossing stuff and all that, like that's as far as I get into it. But I care so little about it, because fucking if tomorrow the power grid goes out in all of America, and then within fucking a year it's like a hellhole here, like there's war, famine, or whatever, like all this could happen like soon, I will simply leave. Like I have no like connection to fucking human borders and all. Like no, I'm fucking leaving. Like I'm going over here. And then so what's gonna happen if that ever happens is all the other countries are gonna like close their borders to us, at least a lot of them. They're gonna be like, no, like y'all can't fucking come over here because you guys are suffering, you guys are trying to get out of America. This is like if America falls type shit. And like I'll be one of those people who be like, oh, it's illegal? Like no, I'm leaving. Like I'm crossing these borders.
Well, I do not care.
It's
like a great pirate age.
Yeah, for real, they will be fucking pirates. But no, that's why I don't care about any immigration shit, like anything like that. Like I don't care if I'm anywhere. I'm fucking doing whatever I want. I only have one life in this universe, like on this planet. Like I have no time for fucking Donald Trump or like.
You just reminded me of something like when the whole election was happening with him. My son's school. He was in 5th grade, I think, at the time. They were like just forcing it on them, and it's like, I get they need to learn about it, but they really had the children kind of stressed out. So after he won the election, all the kids were all depressed.
Yeah, because I bet all the teachers were like, oh, if he wins like this,
right? And
just putting all this shit in their fucking head.
In their head. So I had to pretty much get my kid out of this mindset of like now his life is gonna suck because Donald Trump is the president, and I'm like,
wild.
I just had to show him that who gives a fuck, like just live your life. You know what I mean? Like, you're too young to be worried about this shit first off. You know what I mean? Like, why are they trying to, make you feel some type of way? Like, it's the least thing in your life you really need to worry about. Unless it's affecting you directly, like, why even care?
So, my main childhood, from ages of, like, 0 to 10, when you're really young or whatever, Bush, I'm pretty sure, was president for most of it. And from what I've heard, Bush was, one of the worst, super irresponsible, blah, blah, 9/11, all that, blah, blah, blah. I was living my best life back then, let's be honest.
Yeah.
My life was pretty fucking dope. I wish I could go back to it a little. Yeah. So, like...
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, the dude who lives in Alaska...
I'm not saying, like, people shouldn't care about stuff and yada, yada. But I'm not a politician.
I'm just saying, how much does it affect you? The fool who lives in Canada, who fucking has no radio, no TV, he just tends to his land. Like, he hasn't been hearing about none of this. And Alaska's part of America. and he just fucking kicking it. Like he's like, what? Oh, there's another president now. Oh, cool. Like I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Like it's so like how much does it really affect you unless you're listening to it all day? Like I feel bad for people who like
it's being
intently watch. The news is all bad news.
It affected your career, and God, if that did, you need a better career. But
right.
Yeah, for real.
Other than that,
it consumes you. I know someone that like got all involved and was trying to figure out if she was gonna vote for Trump or Hillary, and she let just all of that shit consume her as a person. It was ridiculous.
If you're involved in politics or anything, here's the thing where I think people should be involved more is like with your direct community, like with your local stuff, like, and that's a huge thing that that's why I really fuck with what's his name? Rhymefest. Do you guys know who Rhymefest is? So Rhymefest, he went to high school with Kanye West. He was like best friends with him. Like he did music with Kanye West before he blew up. They have a song called Brand New. I love it. If you ever check out him, he has a song with Citizen Cope, Bullet. Super beautiful. Well, he then also for a while produced, and he's credited on a lot of stuff, produced a lot of shit for Kanye. Well, he and Kanye now were falling out because he was like running Kanye West's mother's. Well, it was Kanye West's charity, but he named it after his mother and was helping Chicago youth and all that. And he was running it, and he basically called Kanye out, basically on them like not helping support it after his mother died.
Really?
And they got super pissed and tried saying that he was just doing it for money. And he was like, "Yo, fuck you! Like I've been over here supporting him, like and never once ever tried." And so he legit separated like the charity and Kanye West's mother's name just to prove that he wasn't trying to do it. So anyways, he's an amazing man. He's trying to run for mayor for like the city he lives in and whatever and all that. And a huge thing he talks about trying to explain to all these people and all that. And it doesn't matter what race you are or whatever, is being in control of your own community. When you are living in a place where people who don't live there own your property, they own the apartments, they own the houses, they own the stores, they don't care about you. They care about their money. They care, and that's why you have that crazy security where you have, all these public benches that are purposely designed so homeless can't sleep up. Like, that's literally corporation.
Isn't
all that.
Fucked up?
Yeah. And so that's why when you have,
I thought it was for skateboarding.
That's part, no, but they've literally made it to the point now, if you've noticed, like, there's some places, like up in Toronto and stuff, where they don't even have a place where you can sit. It's just a bar you can lean on.
Really?
So you can't get too comfortable.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and how inhumane is that?
People with kids, like, people who are like disabilities, older, something like that. Everyone just sit down, like waiting for something.
That's whack. Instead of like coming up on the spot,
like that motherfucker's piss on.
Yeah, instead of coming up on like some lush like green spot, like we should make a park here for like people. You know what I mean? Having the opposite idea, like fucking no benches, like fucking a leaning bar. Like we can't get too comfortable.
No, and then again, so and it goes back to like, if there's some rich fucking, million guy who doesn't even live in that state and he owns an apartment, instead of making it affordable so other people can live there and all that, he's going to raise the prices, and because prices, and then there's homes around, then he's going to hire security to kick the home, and when you could have just made it affordable for everyone, he could have still made his money and you wouldn't have that problem, you wouldn't have to place security. So, his huge thing is advocating, for people to be active in their own community, like, and the huge thing that, like, baffles me is, the way the media and shit is portrayed, it encourages apathy. Like in the sense of, if you open up like a newspaper, you're supposed to check out stuff or go to your local community board. You're supposed to see when the next meetings are and all that. But how small is that writing usually? There's no picture. There's nothing. It's fucking just that vague, very basic information. You basically have to be seeking it out. Compared to like ads and commercials and all that, it's fucking bright. There's colors. There's pictures, and so like I think it promotes apathy. They don't want us to come in and like, because that's where the change really starts. Is like in that small stuff when you're breeding your community to try to do different stuff, and that's why it feels so insurmountable for us to do anything, because we're trying to rely on big government when we just need small knit communities helping each other out.
That's what's happening now, bro. Why do we always go back
that's
to
why, that's why I like fucking this, especially like we were talking about yesterday with the apartment. We met a lot of cool people who live close by and all that. Like, really, I think that's all about is just fucking helping and supporting each other.
I think that's what it's getting back to is fucking everyone's all sad.
Yeah, because everyone's getting tired of the capitalistic fucking.
Everyone said that fucking Toys R Us went out of fucking business, but at the same time,
I don't give a fuck. The only time ever I went to a Toys R Us was when they had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like card tournament thing, and I was super nerdy, and it was free. But I never once, not once, went into a Toys R Us to buy something.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just like the name, the nostalgia of it, but like we always talk about and we always come back to is fucking all of these systems and businesses are collapsing. It's all fucking, and it's all going to what we're talking about, small knit communities. Fucking, I think that's where people are most happy. It's really just
and it helps crime too. You know what I mean? As a criminal justice major, we talk about just how help people being involved in their communities helps crime rates and other shit
or even
too.
straight up, I would say as a kid, I fucking, I was a little thief. I'm not proud of it, but I never once would fucking steal from like a small thing. I would always steal from like Walmart or whatever because I felt more justified because I was like, oh, it's a big corporation, like they're already making all this profit.
They're not gonna see it.
Yeah, they're not gonna miss it. Compared to like if I went to even a thrift shop or something. Oh hell no! I'm not gonna fucking. Even though it's a less big of a deal there technically because it's so cheap or whatever. It's like no.
When you think about a thrift store, though, they're just reselling things that have been given to them for free. Like really, there's no reason it could cost money at all.
Well, there's like the moment.
Really,
I remember
the
in
idea is just to
there was
pay
like
the employees.
it was a women's battered shelter thing, so a lot of the money went to help. So like I agree. Like for example, like Goodwill, I believe it is literally the worst place ever to shop for because they advertise like they're like a Goodwill like helping communities and all that. And they're technically classified as trade, but they give literally the very bare minimum that they can classify as that. But literally, otherwise, like you said, people get shit for dirt cheap. Sometimes they get antiques that are worth thousands of dollars. The dude who owns Goodwill, he's a millionaire. And then the people who work there are literally getting paid minimum wage.
Right.
And they try to advertise and act like they're a fucking charity. They're not a charity in the slightest. Like, the ARC actually, fucking donates and, at least helps a little. I don't know how other wages are, but like...
What are your thoughts on Jeff Bezos? Because I've been seeing a bunch of memes.
I think it's absurd how rich he is.
Absurd? Why? Excuse me, sir.
Because no one should be a millionaire.
Excuse me for working hard and fucking figuring something out.
No one needs $1 billion.
Whoa, excuse me, sir. Who are you to tell me? I'm just saying, like...
I get it.
No, just because I've been seeing these memes. This is why I talk about it, because I've been seeing these fucking memes where like people are like comparing. They're like Jeff Bezos employees, like he, fucking they get paid bare minimum, and with the money he has, he could solve world hunger like 7 times over. What ridiculous little memes of people pissed off at Jeff Bezos for being the richest person in the world, and I'm sitting there like, no, that's why we set up capitalism, guys. Like this is the goal. Like that, and he's not a normal guy. Like you can't work that much. Like, and this is all from dedication, even if some of it's grimy and greedy or whatever, it's still fucking hard. He might be a little autistic in the sense where he just fucking sits there all day focused, like, he doesn't have a normal life. Like, he's still working. Like, you understand he has an issue.
Yeah, I
like,
get that.
He has an issue, and, like, no one should... if that's the way it is, if you want to live in the capitalistic society and someone figured out the formula because of the way they're wired and shit, like, more power to you. No, like, that is his money. Like, he earned it. Even if he's a fucking scumbag. But I did hear there was a study, and this study, I don't remember where, but the study kind of said that fucking over $70,000 a year, your
happiness doesn't increase.
Yes, your happiness doesn't increase.
Yeah.
After $70,000 a year.
Because at that point, you have everything you need. You have, like, emotional, like, and financial security.
Or you can at least figure out how to pay for everything with $70,000.
For the most part,
So that's kind of like, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then after that, more money, more problems.
Yeah, right?
I think we should take over Amazon for the People's Revolution.
Yeah. Dude, so then there's that. Oh yeah, that's the flip side to it too.
Cheers to that.
Where you're just like, all right, Jeff Bezos, like, go ahead, do your thing, but we're gonna take it all over.
Well, apparently the working conditions at like the Amazon warehouses are like pretty fucking like miserable.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they work those motherfuckers and like.
That's pretty fucked up.
For a pretty low wage.
I mean, they're not slaves. It's all choice. I mean, so, like, from that standpoint, it's like, they probably... Is this in, like, different countries? Or is this, like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you talking about warehouses
Oh, this
that are
is
like
here.
here?
This is
Oh yeah, well then it's definitely agreement. If it was in another country, I'd be like, I don't know, they might be slaves or something like fucking, or you know, what is it called?
Indentured servitude.
Yes, but if it's here, like that's fucking choice, doc. You know what I'm saying? Like that's America. This is America. This is America.
Yeah, just start your own Amazon.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just about solutions. I just hate going down rabbit holes. I do it a lot. I hate going down rabbit holes and just like focusing on something else. I'd just way rather focus on solutions. Like, why spend so much time thinking about Jeff Bezos and his money? Like, he's a billionaire. He shouldn't have that money. Blah blah blah. Like, no, let's just make our own. Let's do our own mission. Like, all right, we're fucking 59 minutes. Perfect. Let's wrap it up. Dom is gonna review our fucking album next week. Oh yeah. All right. So Kobe, we're gonna try. Jared, we're gonna try to work on the song "Fuck You Looking At." At least that's what it's called for now. We're gonna wrap it up. I really want Dom to be on it, but he has to review the fucking album first and do some other things as well that I can't talk about on air. So we'll wrap it up. Episode 4. Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah.